शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये. We pray to Lord Vigneshwara, the omnipresent God, who, clad in white, is the color of moon and has 4 arms. He has a gracious countenance and is to be meditated upon for the removal of all obstacles.
Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam is now a widely recognized and respected art form throughout the world. Many young and some not so young people from non-Indian backgrounds are learning Indian dance with great interest and enthusiasm. This has not happened overnight and must not be taken for granted by those who practice classical dance in India or abroad. It has been a difficult uphill struggle covering a period of several decades, and many have dedicated their lives to the cause of propagating Indian dance. For dance, body is the medium. Therefore, it is very important that it should be strong. In this video, we are going to see some useful exercises for dance. Yoga. Yoga is not an ancient myth buried in oblivion. It is the most valuable inheritance of the present. It is the essential need of today and the culture of tomorrow, said by Swami Satyananda Saraswati. By practicing yoga asana, we get elegant posture, suppleness, and a healthy body. The science of yoga begins to work on the outermost aspect of the personality, the physical body, which for most people is a practical and familiar starting point. By practicing these simple yoga asanas in a simple manner, dancers can prevent stiffness in limbs, weakness in leg, back, knees, breathing trouble, nervous weakness, eye defects, and domestics as well as mental worries. Thus, it is very important for dancers should do exercises. Griva Sanchalana or Griva Kriya. Sit in a cross-legged pose with the hand resting on the knee in Chin Mudra. Close the eyes. Slowly move the head forward and try to touch the chin to the chest. Move the head as far back as is comfortable. Do not strain. Feel the stretch of the muscles in the front and the back of the neck and the loosening of the vertebra in the neck. Come back to center. Then gently turn the head to the right so that the chin is in line with the right shoulder. Feel the release of tension in the neck muscles and the loosening of the neck joints. Slowly turn the head to the left as far as is comfortable. Do not strain. Practice 10 times on each side. Now slowly rotate the head downward to the right, backward, and then to the left side in a relaxed, smooth, rhythmic, circular movement. Feel the shifting stretch around the neck and the loosening up of the joints and muscles of the neck. Benefits: all the nerves connecting the different organs and limbs of the body pass through the neck. Therefore, the muscles of the neck and shoulders accumulate tension, especially after prolonged work at the desk. These asanas release tension, heaviness, and stiffness in the head, neck, and shoulder region. And this will help the whole concept of the grace movement through Attami. Kehuni Chakra and Skanda Chakra. Kehuni Chakra. Elbow rotation. Remain in the base position or a cross-leg pose. Stretch the right arm in front of the body at shoulder level. The right hand can be open or loosely closed. Support the right upper arm with the left hand. Bend the right arm at the elbow, rotating the elbow joint so that the lower arm and hand move clockwise. Keep the upper arm steady and parallel to the floor. The movement should be smooth. The fingers should almost touch the right shoulders as they move past. Practice slowly 10 times clockwise and then 10 times anti-clockwise. Gently lower the right arm. Repeat on the other side. Skanda Chakra, shoulder socket rotation. Remain in the base position or a cross-legged pose. Place the fingers on the right hand, on the right shoulder. Keep the left hand on the left knee and the back straight. Rotate the right elbow in a large circle. Now repeat with the left elbow. Now fully rotate both elbows at the same time in a large circle. Try to touch the elbows in front of the chest on the forward movement and touch the ears while moving up. Stretch the arm back in the backward movement and touch the sides of the trunk while coming down. Make sure that the head, trunk and spine remain straight and still. These basic exercises will help to maintain the shape of the shoulders and chest and will help you to maintain your Natyarambe at correct level. Purna Titli Asana or Baddha Konasana. Sit in the base position, bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together, keeping the heel as close to the perineum as possible. Fully relax the inner thigh muscles. Now clasp the feet with both hands. Gently move the knee up and then down towards the floor, but do not use any force. Practice up to 30 up and down movements. These asanas prepare the legs for mastery of doing Aramandi, Meyadavu and for sitting and standing postures. The inner thigh muscles hold a lot of tensions which is relieved by this asana. We also remove tiredness due to long hours of standing and walking. Pavan Mukt Asana, leg block pose or wind releasing pose. Lying flat on the back with the legs together and straight, bend both knees and bring the thighs to the chest. Interlock the fingers and clasp the hand on the shin bones just below the knees. Inhale deeply. Exhaling, raise the head and shoulders and try to place the nose in the space between the two knees. Hold the raised position for a few seconds, counting mentally. Slowly lower the head, shoulder and legs while inhaling. It helps to strengthen the lower back muscles and loosens the spinal vertebra, and also useful for strengthening the abdomen and the major limbs. Chakki Chalanasana, churning the mill. Sit with the legs stretched out in front of the body with the feet widely separated. Interlock the fingers of both hands and arms out straight in front of the chest. Keep the arms straight and horizontal throughout the practice. Do not bend the elbows. Bend forward as far as possible without straining. Imagine the action of churning a mill with an old-fashioned stone grinder. Swivel to the right so that the hands pass above the right toes as far to the right as possible without straining. Lean back as far as possible on the backward swing. Try to move the body from the waist on the forward swing. Bring the arms and hands to the left side, over the left toes, and then back to the center position. One rotation is one round. Practice 5 to 10 rounds clockwise and then the same number of rounds anti-clockwise. This asana is excellent for toning the nerves and organs of the pelvic and abdomen. Namaskarasana or Malasana. Salutation pose. Squat with the feet flat on the floor about 60 cm apart. The knees should be wide apart and the elbows pressing against the inside of the knees. Bring the hands together in front of the chest in a gesture of prayer. Inhale and bend the neck backward. Feel the pressure at the back of the neck. Simultaneously use the elbows to push the knees as wide apart as comfortable. Hold this position for 3 seconds while retaining the breath. Exhale and strengthen the arms directly in front of the body. At the same time, push in with the knees, pressing the upper arm inwards. The head should be bent forward with the chin pressed against the chest. Hold this position, retaining the breath for 3 seconds. Return to the starting position. This is 1 round. Practice 5 to 10 rounds. This asana has a profound effect on the nerves and muscles of the thighs, knees, shoulders, arms and neck. It increases flexibility in the hip, which helps to attaining mastering in Angika Abhinaya. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Standing straight with shoulder and your back spinal cord erect. Now grab your left leg and place it on your right thigh. Now raise your hands above on your head and place Anjali Hasta with fixed gaze is known as Vrikshasana. Now the same pose should be done with the other leg also. This asana imparts strength to legs, enhances concentration, standing without shaking the body on a leg to maintain the body balance and the capacity to endure intense stress. Ustrasana, camel pose. Sit in Vajrasana. Stand on the knees with the arms at the sides. The knees and feet should be together, but may be separated if this is more comfortable. Lean backward, slowly reaching for the right heel with the right hand and then the left heel with the left hand. Do not strain. Push the hips forward, keeping the thigh vertical and bend the head and spine backward as far as is comfortable. Relax the whole body, especially the back muscles into the stretch. The weight of the body should be evenly supported by the legs and arms. The arms should anchor the shoulders to maintain the arch of the back. Remain in the final position for as long as is comfortable. Return to the starting position by slowly releasing the hands from the heels one at a time. Benefits: the backward bend loosens up the vertebra and stimulates the spinal nerves, relieving backache, rounded back and dropping shoulders. The posture is improved. The front of the neck is fully stretched, toning the organs in this region and regulating proper posture. Ekapadasana, 1 foot pose. Stand relaxed with the feet together. Raise the arms directly above the head and interlock the fingers with the palms together. Bend forward slowly from the hips, keeping the trunk, head and arms in a straight line and transferring the weight on the right leg. Simultaneously, raise the left leg straight back, keeping it in line with the trunk. The body should pivot from the right hip joint. In the final position, the left leg, trunk, head and arms are all in one straight horizontal line. The right leg is straight and vertical. Focus the gaze on the hands. Hold the final position for as long as is comfortable and then, keeping the arm, back and leg aligned, return to the upright position. Slowly lower the arm and return to the starting position. Repeat the movement, raising the leg back. Benefits: this asana strengthens the arms, wrist back, hips, and leg muscles. It helps to develop muscular coordination, nervous balance, and concentration, which is helpful to attain physical grace for dance, capacity to endure heavy strain, and for sculptural poses. Shavasana, corpse pose. Lie flat on the back with the arms about 15 cm away from the body, palms facing upward. Let the fingers curl up straightly. Move the feet slightly apart to a comfortable position and close the eyes. The head and spine should be in a straight line. Make sure the head does not fall to one side or the other. Relax the whole body and stop all physical movement. Become aware of the natural breath and allow it to become rhythmic and relaxed. After some time, again become aware of the body and surroundings and gently and smoothly release the posture. This asana is also known as Vritasana, the dead man's pose. Benefits: this asana relaxes the whole psychophysiological system. It should ideally be practiced to cooling down our body before and after a full Margam practice, particularly after dynamic dances like Varnam and Tilana, and when the practitioner feels physically and mentally tired, it develops body awareness. When the body is completely relaxed, awareness of the mind increases, developing concentration. It is very helpful to release pressure at the time of program.
योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचा मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोर्तं प्रवरमुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि. नमस्ते.